Hey YouTube, this is Vargas and I'm back again with another DVD update. The last part of the stuff that I got through Movie Freak Bazaar. Already went through all the movies that I got, and I did mention that there was one specific thing that I also got that I wanted to make into its own video series. Well, not video series, like its own standalone video. And he recently got a huge haul of wrestling DVDs, which is why I'm wearing the good old Intercontinental belt. He got a whole bunch of wrestling DVDs, and I'm always on the lookout for wrestling DVDs. Since the creation of the network, they really haven't released that many, like they used to anyway. And the only ones I see are the Wrestlemanias. That's the only ones I see, and maybe one of the other big four: the Rumble, Survivor Series, and Wrestlemania. Oh, and SummerSlam. Sometimes they released one of the pay-per-views, sometimes they don't. Again, they really went all in the network and completely destroyed the WWE home media department, which sucks because I really like the DVD releases. Yeah, so a lot of DVDs that I got are really cool in my opinion, which is why I bought them. And I'm in this quest, this personal quest, to find in the wild or through Movie Freak or Power Movies, the WrestleManias. I have the first volume of the Wrestlemania Anthology, which has 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think it has up to 5. So I'm missing 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I'm still missing 9 WrestleManias, according to my old man math. But I do want to get as many WrestleManias as I can, even though not all the WrestleManias are like super cool. I do want to get 6 because that's the one where Hogan fights the Ultimate Warrior. I do want to get, I think 13 is the one where Austin fights Bret the Hitman Hart in that double turn match, and I don't remember what happened in the other ones. But I do want to get all the WrestleManias, and this time around I got quite a few, plus a bunch of like wrestler specific or very specific collections, which I'm really excited to talk about. So let's get started with the Intercontinental Championship. I really like this version of the championship with the white strap. Obviously, it's not an official replica. It's one of those belts that get released for kids. But I'm a short man, so it doesn't. I don't think it looks that bad. Not like Damien Sandow when he had the belt himself. But let's get started. Yes, wrestling. Thanks to Movie Freak Bazaar, I got the 2-disc special edition set of Wrestlemania 2000, aka Wrestlemania 16. This had the 4-way match of McMahon in every corner. You had Shane McMahon, Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, and oh my god, I forgot her name, Linda McMahon. And they all had a representee already. Stephanie had Triple H, who was his husband. Shane had the Big Show. McMahon had The Rock, and Linda had Mick Foley. And had Kurt Angle versus Jericho versus Chris Benoit in a triple threat. Had the Dudley Boys versus the Hardy Boys versus Edge and Christian in a triangle ladder match. 13-man hardcore battle royale. Cat fight between the Cat and Terry. And this too has a whole bunch of behind the scenes and extras. I think this was when Stone Cold Steve Austin left because of injury. I think this was when he got run over, and that's how they rolled him away, because he was having neck surgery, I think. So this is why Austin is not part of this WrestleMania, if I remember correctly. But really, really excited to get this 2-disc set of Wrestlemania 2000. Super happy. But I'm super happy to get this one. WrestleMania 17 or X7. I have WrestleMania 15, so from WrestleMania 15 onwards, I now have all the Manias. I was missing 16, I was missing 17, and this one has The Rock versus Austin 2. They fought in WrestleMania, and I point up because I have WrestleMania 15 right there, but this is the second time that they fought in a WrestleMania. The first one was won by Austin. The second one was won again by Austin. And a lot of people consider this one the best WrestleMania of all time. It's a good WrestleMania. It has, again, Austin versus The Rock 2. It has TLC 2 with the Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian, and the Hardy Boys. Has a street fight between Mr. McMahon and Shane McMahon, with Mick Foley as the special guest referee. Has Chris Benoit versus Kurt Angle, I think, if I remember that correctly. Has the insert, which is cool. Let's see. Has Triple H versus Undertaker in a street fight. Has the Gimmick Battle Royale. Has Ivory versus China. Does indeed have Kurt Angle versus Chris Benoit. Has Test versus Eddie Guerrero. Raven versus the Big Show versus Kane for the Hardcore Championship. APA and Taz versus the Right to Censor. Who remembers the Right to Censor? And Chris Jericho versus William Regal. So really, really good match selection there. Plus special features. And this one has the promo of with the music with Limp Bizkit, and which was also revisited in WrestleMania 19, which has Austin versus The Rock 3, and the promo package for this one is pretty cool, and the promo package for and again, I'm pointing up because it's right there. I'm looking at WrestleMania 19 there, but yes, this one is considered by a lot of people in the know to be the best WrestleMania of all time, and it's really good. The match with Austin and The Rock is good, and it has that infamous end where Austin sold his soul to the devil and joined forces with Vince McMahon. And then I have WrestleMania 18 or X8, Icon versus Icon, The Rock versus Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hulk Hogan at this point. And this is when the crowd turned on The Rock, who was the hero, and brought back Hulkamania. Because the Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hulk Hogan, was sold as the bad guy. He was there to destroy the WWE. But the fans were like nuts to that. We want Hulk Hogan, and they brought him back. After this, he came back as Hulk Hogan with the yellow and red. And Hulkamania came back, but this was really good WrestleMania as well. Has Jericho versus Triple H for the Undisputed Championship. Has Jazz versus Lita versus Trish Stratus. Has a 4-way tag team match. Has Stone Cold Steve Austin versus Scott Hall. Edge versus Booker T. Ric Flair versus The Undertaker, which is really good. Kane versus Kurt Angle, Goldust versus Maven for the Hardcore Championship, Diamond Dallas Page versus Christian, and William Regal versus Rob Van Dam. So a really good WrestleMania, but that Hogan versus The Rock match was something else, let me tell you. Picked up WrestleMania 2021, which this would be WrestleMania 36, I think. I don't know why they got rid of the numbering. I've heard somewhere that Vince just didn't want this. He got rid of the numbering because he wanted to make it not feel old, but there's a tradition to WrestleMania. So I don't know. They did repeat the pirate theme that they did in 2020. 2020 was during the pandemic, so it was done everything in the in that like empty arena, and seeing that WrestleMania is very, very freaky because there's no crowds, and that was before the Thunderdome, where they had like these screens to represent a fan, and that one was a little better. But that WrestleMania from 2020, that was rough. That was really rough. The matches were good, but without the energy of a crowd, it kind of felt weird. This is when they went back to the crowds, And it was a good WrestleMania. I liked it. It's another 2-night event. The only iffy part that I have is how they did the Fiend dirty. Bray Wyatt just never got a chance to win at WrestleMania. But it had Edge. It had Roman Reigns, Drew McIntyre. Also had a very good outing by Bad Bunny. I don't like his music, but he did well in this. And yeah, overall, with the exception of how they treated the Fiend, which I guess led to him being released by the company, I thought it was pretty good. And then he also had this year's WrestleMania, which is WrestleMania 37, I want to say. This one I didn't like as much as the other one. It had some good moments. Kevin Owens versus Stone Cold Steve Austin was really good. Brock versus Roman Reigns, I've seen it before, wasn't that cool. The women's title match was okay. But yeah, I don't know. It was entertaining. Because again, this one also had the crowds, so they had that reaction effect, which was dreadfully missing in that 2020 version of WrestleMania. But yeah, it was WrestleMania. It's still good, but it's definitely not my favorite WrestleMania. But it was still nice to have the crowds back and have them react to what was happening. Really, if you have a chance to just watch a match from that 2020 WrestleMania, give it a watch just out of curiosity, because I have it, and it is a real, very weird, creepy experience. Picked up the Spectacular Legacy of the AWA. This is a 2-disc set of this promotion, which got buried by the WWE. A lot of talent Vince McMahon scooped up from the AWA. Again, this is way before my time. I didn't know anything about the different regions or divisions of wrestling. I grew up with WWE, so that's all I really know. But it's interesting to pick up this kind of... I think there's another one that WWE released of an old promotion that I need to track down. I think he might have had it, but I don't know if someone scooped it up. If he has it, I'll probably pick it up. But yeah, this is the AWA. Picked up the history of the World Championship, the World Heavyweight Championship, aka the Big Gold Belt. I have the history of the WWE Championship, but I wanted this one. I know this one got a lot of criticism because it omits a certain period of history of the Big Gold Belt in favor of, because this was I don't know, the Big Gold Belt has a really weird history where it went to WCW, but before it kind of like was owned by someone else, and then WCW lost it, and then it came back in WWE. I know, it's very weird, but I definitely recommend watching it, even though I do know that this is very hated because it does change a lot of the history of the Big Gold Belt. But I like it, and I like the look of this set, along with the WWE one that looks like a book. And it has chapters and everything, so I liked the presentation. And also picked up the third entry in that series, the history of the Intercontinental Championship. So this one comes in blue, and it's the history of said title. Also comes in this very, very pretty, very nice book look to it. And it has the whole history of the Intercontinental plus a couple of matches. Comes with its insert. That one I don't think came with the insert. It didn't come with the insert. This one does. But yeah, just like these kind of compilations, and has some really good matches. It doesn't have all the matches, obviously, but it has some good ones. This one I know because my buddy Movie John has this set, but with the little Funko Pop that was released at Walmart. But I only found the set, and this is Randy Macho Man Savage Unreleased. A couple of unseen matches by the Macho Man, matches that were not included in his 2 previous sets, and a lot of house shows, a lot of stuff that hasn't been previously released on DVD. So this is pretty cool. I know there's one for Shawn Michaels, and I have the one for Roddy Piper, which is cool. I would like to get the Shawn Michaels ones, and there's one for 85 to 92, I want to say. But they're all unreleased matches, stuff that hasn't been previously released in other DVD releases, that I also wanna track down. So Macho Man should have saved the Slim Jim for this video, if I'm honest. Picked up Rey Mysterio, the Biggest Little Man. This one was interesting because it came in a lot of different variant covers. But I only got the black one, and it's a 3-disc set focusing on the career of Rey Mysterio. Previous to this, they only had the 619, which is a 1-disc set. This one has a bunch of repeat matches from that one, plus a whole bunch of new ones, plus interviews and everything. So yeah, Rey Mysterio, masked luchador, represented in the WWE. And I think now he's the only one. I think they got rid of the Lucha House Party, so he's the only masked man left. And then I picked up a later release of a documentary, The Life of a Masked Man. This is the 3rd Rey Mysterio release. Also has some matches, a lot of repeats again from the other 2 releases, but yeah. I like Rey Mysterio, and I'm super happy to get this. I also picked up Kurt Angle, the Essential Collection. This is when he came back, and they finally gave him his DVD in a nice shiny. The discs are made to look like gold medals. Has a nice shiny cover with gold. Very, very good release. Has a lot of really cool Kurt Angle matches. Does unfortunately omit his matches with Chris Benoit, which is something that WWE has done before. Anytime Chris Benoit's in a match, they completely omit that, which is understandable but unfortunate because his matches with Chris Benoit are really good. They are really solid matches. Take away what happened, unfortunately, with Chris Benoit. His matches with Kurt Angle were great, and he had really good chemistry with Kurt Angle. So it's really annoying that those matches with him are not in this set. But if you have the pay-per-views, you got some of those matches. So it is. But it's still pretty cool that they gave Kurt Angle his DVD. I think there's another DVD release for Kurt Angle called Yes, It's True. But I haven't seen that one. I got this one, which is cool. And this one I got, it's a Ring of Honor release. And I don't think I've ever seen a Ring of Honor release, but I picked this one. I found out about him because of the feud he had with Chris Jericho when Chris Jericho went to Japan to challenge Kenny Omega. And this is the Ring of Honor release of One-Winged Angel, which is a Final Fantasy reference, and also the name of his finishing move. It's a 2-disc set. It has a bunch of matches with Kenny Omega in Ring of Honor. So I thought that was pretty cool. Again, I haven't come across a Ring of Honor DVD, and I think I didn't know about Kenny Omega until I found out about the feud with Jericho. Then I started looking for some of his matches, and they were really good matches. And then, of course, he went to AEW, and he was killing it in AEW. Then he came to AAA, one of the Mexican promotions, and he became the world champion. So he was a dual champion with AEW and AAA. So he's a very talented guy. He got injured, so hopefully he'll return soon. But I'm really happy to get this one. So I went a little long with this one, but because I picked up a lot of really cool sets, and I really had a lot to talk about. Honestly, as far as the recommendation, I would recommend any one of these. I still haven't seen them all the way through, but all of them are cool. They have some really cool matches. The only ones you might have a little bit of trouble getting are the 2 WrestleManias. Well, the 3 WrestleManias, the early WrestleMania ones that I mentioned. I don't know how rare these might be. I don't think they're that rare, but I don't know how hard to find they could be, because since they are older WWE releases, they might not be as readily available. But I'm very grateful that I was able to get these 5 WrestleManias, and now I have from WrestleMania 15 up to WrestleMania 2022 complete. Now I'm only missing WrestleMania 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 9 WrestleManias, and I'll have them all. And so that's my own personal wrestling quest. But thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for, if you are a person that's revisited my channel, thanks so much for your continued support, for your comments, for your likes. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. I do a lot of movie talk. I share a lot of DVD updates. I might, and I've said this before, I might cut down a bit because I am running out of space in the movie room. I need to clear out some stuff so I can organize and, put in more stuff. But as of right now, I'm kind of running out of space. So, yeah, and I don't want to get rid of my movies. So I can get rid of some other stuff that I have here. But I still talk about movies. I've also been posting some taste test videos. I want to get some time to do movie reviews or DVD reviews. That's a project that I've been trying to do for a while and haven't been able to get to. Also, if you want horror content, there is a sister channel to this one called Professor Macabro. In that channel, there's every horror DVD that I am able to buy goes to the sister channel, Professor Macabro. He talks about horror movies, so if you want that, please subscribe to that. But thanks so much for watching again. Until I see you all again, please take care. Still, keep all your health procedures to stay safe, stay healthy, so we can, get things going again. Wrestling is with a crowd again. Comic-Con happened, and that was so cool that it started back up again. So things are going back to normal. So let's keep it that way by being aware of what already happened with the plague. But take care, and I'll see you in the next video.